This tiny creature has no central brain, and yet it can farm, build cities, even wage war. Inside this minuscule head is one of nature's most efficient biological machines. And it could change how we think about intelligence itself. This isn't just about ants, it's about rethinking what a brain really is. For decades, we assumed complex behavior required a complex, centralized brain, like ours. But ants prove otherwise. They've evolved a decentralized nervous system that lets them solve problems, learn, and adapt, despite having a brain the size of a grain of sand. What if intelligence doesn't need to be centralized? What if it could be distributed? Scientists have been fascinated by ants for centuries. Their ability to cooperate, strategize, and even sacrifice for the colony is legendary. But it wasn't until researchers started studying ant brains under the microscope that the real shock hit. Ants don't have a traditional brain at all. Instead, their nervous system is made up of ganglia, clusters of neurons distributed throughout their body. Think of it like Wi-Fi extenders instead of one big router. Here's how it works. Inside the ant's head are three key brain regions: optic lobes to process visual information, antennal lobes for detecting chemical signals and smells, mushroom bodies, the command center for learning, memory, and decision-making. But that's not all. Beneath their esophagus is the subesophageal ganglion, which controls jaw movements, feeding, and more. Even more fascinating, ants have segmental ganglia in their thorax and abdomen. These act like mini brains, independently controlling walking, stinging, and even grooming. In other words, each part of an ant's body has its own specialized neural hub. But here's the twist. Ant brains are incredibly specialized. They excel at tasks like foraging or defending the nest, but they're not built for creativity or abstract thinking. Unlike humans, ants can't adapt to radically new environments or invent new solutions out of thin air. And their ganglia-based system, while efficient, limits flexibility. Still, there's one thing that keeps scientists up at night. If ants can do so much with so little, what else is nature hiding from us? Imagine designing robots that mimic ant brains. Tiny, decentralized machines that can collaborate without central control. Or AI systems that learn like ants do. Not through brute force, but through thousands of tiny, local interactions. Ants could help us rethink how we build everything, from swarms of drones to brain-computer interfaces. And in the process, they might teach us a deeper truth. That intelligence isn't about size, it's about connection. So, the next time you see an ant, remember, inside that tiny body is a networked brain that rivals our own in ways we're only beginning to understand. What other forms of intelligence might be hiding in plain sight? Hit subscribe if you're curious about the science behind the smallest minds and the biggest questions.